Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to the flight deck. We're down here in Columbia, South Carolina, and today we're flying up to Raleigh-Durham in North Carolina. And if things hold, looks like we're going to have ATC all the way. So let's get on board the aircraft. We'll get ourselves set up here. It's looking very nice. We are currently on VATSIM, and as mentioned, while we are the only aircraft here in Columbia, we have full ATC coverage at the moment. Hopefully that will hold up. So let's get the aircraft ready to go. We are today flying 36 passengers, and we have a flight time of just under 1 hour. Takeoff to landing. Alright, so the parking brakes are on, throttle levers are at flight idle, control lock is on. Condition levers are all on fuel shut-off, flaps are 0, showing 0, batteries are all off, wipers are off, circuit breakers are checked, weather radar is in-up, and oxygen masks and quantity is checked. So popping up to the overhead, we will start running through our setup. So battery master coming on, AC generator master, DC generator masters are all on. Left and right batteries are now coming on as well. Bus tie is closed, and DC generators 1 through 4 are now on. No, we want them off, sorry. But we are going to check DC volts and load. They are all good, and the generators are off. Moving up top, flight data recorder is normal. ELT is in the auto position. We will set our panel lights so that we get the contrast a little bit nicer. There we go. Fuel T handles are pushed in. Fire and smoke warning tests have been done. Moving down. Hey, Kevin. We have windshield heat and wipers are off. Airframe de-ice is off. Pedostatics are off. Propeller de-ice is off. Battery temperatures are tested and looking good. Position light will now come on. Engine ignition 1 through 4 is normal. Auxiliary fuel pumps 1 through 4 are off. Fuel transfer is off. Tank valves are closed. Engine start is off. Cabin pressurization is auto. AC external power is off. Inverters on left bus. AC generators are off. Engine bleeds 1 through 4 are off. Temperature controls are set to auto, and the system is turned on. There's seat belts, no smoking, and emergency exit lights are now armed. So I've been reading some stuff about the new update, Kevin. There's, as usual, there's some people that are not happy with it. It's caused issues. They're seeing stutters and crashes and stuff. I haven't noticed anything yet. No change in load speeds or anything like that. So this is the first flight we're doing. We'll see what happens. Anyway, we can get the passengers coming on board, and we can head down and carry on with our setup. Local time is 3:33, and that is checked on both clocks. Flight taxi switch is in taxi. GPWS is checked. Yaw damper is normal and is guarded. Flight directors are both working. We'll turn those off. Get rid of my yoke just so it's out of the way. Landing lights, taxi lights are all off. FCS lights are normal. Autopilot set to captain's side. Caution and advisory lights. Caution lights are checked. Advisory lights are checked. Anti-skid is on. Then on my side, steering is off. Stall and overspeed warning tests are done. Lights are turned up. Flight instruments are all looking good, and altimeter. So let's get the weather. Current weather down here in Columbia Metro 40 minutes ago on the METAR is not looking too bad, actually. Winds are light and not a lot of clouds. So I'll put it into the chat. Winds are 290 at 4, 10 miles of visibility, few clouds at 600, few scattered at 700, broken at 18,000, 33 degrees. It is hot down here in the south, and 29087, so we'll get that in. It's slightly lower than standard. There's 29087, and 29087 is set. DME is coming on. change mine to nav 1. Compass is set to slave. Hydraulic quantities are checked, and we have pressurization in the brakes. So moving on to the center, we are traveling today at 17,000 feet. So we'll get that dialed in. It's 7,000 to go. There we go. 17,000 feet is set. Prop out of the feather is off. Engine intake deflectors are closed. Engine instruments are checked and all look good. Landing gear horn mute test is good. Pitch and roll handles are in and locked. Weather radar is in off. Transponder, we do not have an auto ATC since we are an ATC, so we'll get that from them when we log in. Comms radio. So the first frequency we're going to put in here is going to be Washington Center, 133725.
Make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also, be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can down. You are free to use your portable electronic devices during the boarding process. We ask that larger electronic devices are stored once we depart from the gate. Thank you and welcome aboard.
I've gone past it because I'm not paying attention. I was reading what other frequencies I need. There we go. 113725. The other one we're going to tune in now is Jacksonville Center. They are currently online, and that is going to be 120125. So we'll go this way.
Wind 190 at 6, runway 1 clear run.
There we go. They're set up. And over on COM 2, 1215 as per normal. There we go. So for navigation today, we are going to be heading out of here. We're going to be taking off in a westward direction, and at some point we're going to head up the outbound VOR 47 degrees off of the Columbia VOR. So that frequency we're going to want on the Columbia VOR is 1147. So we'll get that in. There's 1147. The next one is going to be the CTF VOR of 11455.
Jacksonville, American 1218 is 11,000, climbing 16,000.
We'll go 114.
American 1218, Jackson, hello, climb 10, plotable 360.
11455.
Climbing 360, American 1218.
That is now
Please
set
check 5140, contact Washington Center 133.72.
The one after that's going to be
133.72 for 5140, good day.
111.8. Not far distances we're going.
Center, American 1830 out of 7.6 for 17,000.
We're ready to go when you are.
1.8.
1830, Jackson, Roger.
Everybody seems to be on board. And again, we're going to want a heading of approximately 35 degrees.
American 1218, normal speed.
And
check
that on here.
Normal speed for American 1218.
Normal speed.
American 1830, just maintain that 280 knots above 10 until advised.
280 above 10 until advised, American 1830.
All right, and runway heading is going to be somewhere in the 23 to 29. So we'll just crank that around.
For 5 Echo Zulu, it was a pleasure. Contact Jackson Center 133.3, good day.
That's roughly runway heading.
133.3.
We'll square that once we get a little bit better down at the far end. All right, so that's the nav done. GPS, we do not have. Flight instruments over here are checked, and everything's up. We'll turn his lights up for him. Parking brakes are set, throttle levers are set, control lock is engaged, fuel caution, or fuel shut off.
Contact Jack Center 133.3.
0 on the flaps, flight idle gate is closed, light is on, yaw damper, autopilot are off.
Jacksonville
trim for takeoff.
133.3 Delta 20.
All right, let's check the ATIS.
2058.
Have a good day.
Let's see what we got here. All right, it's going to be information Delta.
About reaching 38 to 39,000.
Presidential 56, Jackson, Roger.
Winds
Blue.
and everything is good. That's our visual approach. Runway 29er in use. Departing runways 29er, 23. We're probably going to get 29er. Due to proximity of similar runway configuration, air crews have mistaken Owens Airport 6 miles northeast for Columbia, but that's not going to be an issue. VFR traffic, say direction of flight. Push and start pilot's discretion. Read all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise you have information Delta. So we're going to push and start on our own. We'll call for taxi, but we'll get our clearance now. Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. Allegheny 32 on the ground at Columbia. Looking for our IFR clearance up to Raleigh-Durham. We have Delta aboard.
Allegheny 32, Jackson, Roger. Clear to the Raleigh-Durham Airport as filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 17,010. Departures this frequency. Squawk 6203.
Roger, maintain 3,000, expect 17,000, 10 minutes after departure, and squawking 6203 for Allegheny 32.
Allegheny 32, readback is correct. Wind there is 290 at 4, altimeter the 29er87. Would you like runway 29er or 11 your choice there?
I will take 29er.
Roger, advisory taxi.
We'll advise Allegheny 32. All right, so we're going to take runway 29er. There's no SID. We're straight out, and we're going up to 3,000 feet. So we will crank this back down. It's not too busy around us, but Charlotte's just to the north, so we do have to be cognizant of traffic coming in and out of Charlotte. All right, so there's 3,000 feet is set. So we are ready to go. We can come to the back.
1830, you can resume normal speed, thank you.
Close the door.
Normal speed, American 1830.
And we're good to start. So before engine check, we got our clearance, we got our pushback okay. Takeoff and data and speeds are checked, windows and doors are closed. Anti-collision light is going to red.
Sure, Whiskey, if you can make Charlie
Parking
there.
brake is set, power leaders are on flight idle, condition levers are in fuel shut off, and all 4 DC generators are now on. And we can call for our push.
Volunteer 318, contact Jackson on 133.3, good flight.
Menzies will do the push. Alright, so 29er is off this way. It's over there, so we're going to...
Bar guard 48, descend to power discretion, maintain 3,000. This event altimeter 2989.
Push.
Power discretion 3,000.
We'll see if he'll give us tail right, or tail left, nose right, and see if it puts us onto this line here. But we'll have to...
Vello 318.
So right before we start the
Jackson
push,
on
we'll disconnect our
133.3.
ground power, and we'll be starting off batteries.
Departure checks completed.
Vello 318, contact Jackson on
Again,
133.3.
very nice day out here today. Looks like Jacksonville Center, all 3 sections are up as well, so they're pretty busy. In fact, a lot of us come up. I've got
Vello 318, Jax.
currently got 5 centers up at the moment. All 3 Jacksons, DC, and Indianapolis are up.
Locking gear.
Alright, let's pop back inside. They're getting us ready to go. Alright, so we're going to want to go nose right, tail left.
South. So, acceptable approach unless you'd like something else for runway 21.
Okay.
Yeah, I can put a lap schedule for
Oh,
21 there.
they automatically clicked off external power, which is interesting. I'm sure I turned that on.
Parking brakes, please.
That's fine, but parking brakes are
There's
released.
some moderate precip moving in from the northwest, so we'll see if you can beat it in there.
Alright, engine number 3. Clear 3. Of course, with the DC generators on board, as soon as we get one engine up, we'll be supplying power.
another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. To familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this aircraft, please refer to the safety card in the seat back pocket in front of you. In some cases, your nearest exit might be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor to guide you towards the exit. In the event of a loss,
put us on this line here. That's fine. We're probably going to be taxiing down Alpha anyway, which is over there.
Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate. Oxygen is flowing through the mask.
Please set parking brakes.
Normally.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Alright, so we have 70 on 4, starter off, coming over to engine 2, starting 2.
In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so,
there we go. Rotation on 2.
Delta 2928, request heading off 045 to deviate around the weather around something.
Starting 1.
Speed answer 2928, roger, deviation's right of course approved. When able, proceed direct. I'll get you a picture in a second.
2928, roger, heading 045 and we'll hear from you.
Center of LO 318, my frequency somehow was changed, I just now realized it.
No problem with LO 318, contact Jack Center 133.3.
33, thanks for the help. 33, thanks.
And there we go. Engine 4 is up and running. Looking good, so starter is now off. So parking brake is set, start selector is
and speed answer
now
2928, when able, proceed direct always.
DC external power, we've already made sure that is off. Volts and load are good.
Delta 2928,
generators
ready
are
direct
all on.
always.
We're all good there. Battery temperature is checked. AC
Presidential
generators
56, February weather, aircraft ahead of you, deviating for 12 o'clock, starting at about 45 miles. Moderate to extreme precipitation stretches for about 20 to 40 miles along your route of flight. Advise if you need to deviate.
coming down. Flight directors now on both sides. PFCF lights are off. Prop auto feather is still green. Engine intake deflectors are closed. Engine instruments are checked. Hydraulic quantities are good and pressures are all up. Weather radar is on flaps 15 for takeoff.
15 minutes ago, fly over that weather.
Flight controls,
He said the
control
tops
locks
around
are
30, 33.
engaged.
Okay, I appreciate
Full
it.
left, full right, full forward, full back, left and right rudder.
Aircraft 1205, Jack Center, roger, hello.
Elevator trim is good. Yaw damper is now coming on. De-ice pressure is good. Ground equipment and everything is clear. Engine condition levers for 1 through 4, 1 and 4 coming to maximum RPM. Steering is good.
Directional center, American 12, we go to disconnect now.
Taxi light is on. Confirm our engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
And while they're doing that, we'll get a hold of Jackson and get our taxi clearance. So it should be Alpha. We can go at Bravo if he wants to give us that. That'll be fine. Jacksonville Center, Allegheny 32, ready for taxi. And if you want, we can take the Bravo intersection.
Allegheny 32, roger. Taxi runway 29 at Bravo via Alpha Bravo.
Roger, taxi runway 29er via Alpha Bravo for Allegheny 32.
Unlocking gear.
That's going to chop about 600 feet off the runway length. Not a big deal.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear.
So we didn't do
Right is
too
clear.
bad with the placement. They did put us onto a taxi line, so we'll take it. Here's walking out. There's the pin. Alright, give him the thumbs up. there's the wave, and we are good to go.
Fireguard 548, started looking for the airport 12 o'clock and 25
Right,
miles.
so we're going to pull the power back slightly. Manual brakes, emergency brakes are off. And away we go. We're going to move out here now to Alpha. We'll go straight out.
Fireguard 548.
Fireguard 548, Roger, clear visual approach from 921.
Visual 1, Roger, 548.
We've still got DC Center, Washington Center, Raleigh-Durham approach, and Raleigh-Durham Tower online.
And center for Metro 56.
Message to 56, good.
Any chance we can step away for about 1 minutes?
That's good.
Thanks. We're not getting any chop or anything right now, but we'll let you know. We'll be standing by, but we'll let you know we're back on free. Appreciate it.
Roger.
Jacksonville Center, Delta 3038 is with you, flight level 380.
Delta 3038, Jacksonville Center, Roger.
Foxtrot coming up.
Good afternoon, sir.
This is Alpha 6 going the other way. And then the next one is Bravo.
Delta 1523, Jacksonville Center, Roger. Contact flight level
The next
310.
exit point would be down on the runway 23. Although we could take this all the way across and come down.
Delta 2928 now en route, always.
Delta 7 on the other side.
New Hampshire 2928, Roger. Proceed direct always.
Yeah, en route always.
Alright, it's good. We'll come around the corner here, and then we'll do our final setup. So it's ready to go. I'm using the charts and not what the signage here says. Or this is not Alpha, we're on Bravo here. Alright. So brakes are set. So here we go. Let's go through the check. Windshield heat is on. Pedostatics are coming on, all 5 of them. Engine bleeds are set to low. Ignition is set to normal. Auxiliary fuel pumps are coming on. Flight taxi spoiler switch to flight. Auto feather cell green. Engine intake deflectors are retracted. Control lock is disengaged. Condition levers engines 2 and 3 max RPM. Flaps 15 showing. Flight controls have been checked. Elevator trim is checked. We are set for takeoff. Caution lights checked. That's the ground spoiler light. We are good there. Cabin will give them a ding. So they know transponder. We're going to come over here. We're going to turn that on and make sure we are mode C. That is set. Weather radar again is in op. Landing lights are on. Anti-collision light will go to white, and strobes are now on. Jacksonville Center, Allegheny 32, ready to go, holding short Bravo.
Okay, 32, Roger. Verifier squawking 6203, 6203, and runway 29 Bravo clear for takeoff. Flight runway heading.
Roger. We'll confirm the squawk and cleared for takeoff 29 on the runway heading. Allegheny 32. Oops. 6203. There we go. That is set. Brakes released. Good thing we had a controller there to pick up on that for us. Approach path is clear. We're going to do fly runway heading.
Delta 3038, recycle transponder, squawk 4022.
And we'll get vectors from there. So there we are lined up. Brakes are set. Turning
4022, Delta 3038.
heading indicator to runway heading. All 4 engines are
Fireguard
maximum
548,
RPM.
wind,
Engines coming up.
200 Niner.
Intake deflectors are all retracted. Ground spoilers are now closed. 3200, we should see the auto feather arm brakes
Jack
released.
Center, good afternoon, Delta 13.
Takeoff power is set.
554, follow 360.
Airspeed's alive, 90 knots.
I'm sorry, aircraft
rotate.
1 second.
Yeah, Jack, that's still 1314, follow 259,
gate is
follow
closed.
360.
Positive rate, you're
So
up.
1314 Jack Center, roger, hello.
Hello.
Autopilot is on, heading, and we'll go vertical speed initially. And we're going to crank that down a little bit.
Allegheny 32 radar contacts, altitude.
Allegheny 32 climbing through 1,000 feet.
Allegheny 32, roger, climb 17,000, when able, left turn direct Columbia, resume now.
Roger, climb 17,000, and when able, direct left turn to the Columbia VOR, resume on navigation, Allegheny 32. All right, so we're going to crank to 17,000. I'm going to bring that vertical speed down a couple more notches.
Air Transat 812 Jacksonville Center, roger, hello.
There's the 17,000. Switch these over to VOR, which I should have done before. And we're now going to left turn and head out towards the VOR. And we're going to go to cruise power, so we're going to bring the engines below 4,000, propellers back to 107.
Delta 3038, Orlando is now landing to the north, advise ready to copy a new arrival.
There we go, and engines back up to 4,400.
Ready to copy, sir.
Delta 3038, you're now cleared to Orlando via direct Leopard, and then join the Seinfeld 3 arrival.
Keeping that turn to the VOR
Direct
going.
Leopard, Sandwell 3 arrival, Delta 303.
Go. Bring her down a little bit more. We'll get that about a 130.
Delta 1314, same for you. Proceed direct Leopard, Seinfeld 3 arrival.
Leopard, Seinfeld 3 arrival, Delta 1314.
Down a
And
little
direct
bit more.
Leopard now.
There's that 130. Now we'll go IS mode, and we're good. So flaps coming up. Gear is retracted. Flaps are up. Prop auto feather is still armed. Engine intake deflectors are closed. Flight idle gate is in, confirmed, and light is out. Taxi light is now off. Sticker phase is good. Ignition is normal. 4 engine auxiliary pumps are off. Bleeds are low. Cabin pressurizing. And we are climbing out nicely now. Heading towards the VOR. There's the airport. VOR is just over here, and then we're going to be heading off en route. Still got the little wobble here. Hopefully there'll be an update to fix that shortly. And now that Sim Update 15 is out, hopefully they release the new version of the Chinook before next Friday when we start that series. .7 miles.
American 1830, descend via the Looney 1 arrival on the way Stand by here. American 1830, descend via the Looney 1, runway 26, Jack's altimeter 2990.
Send by the Looney 1, runway 26 for American 1830.
American 1830, there are areas of moderate to heavy precip, 12 o'clock, 10 miles, stretching for the next 30 miles or so.
Alright, we'll keep an eye on that 1830.
I'll check that weather in a second. We're coming up to the VOR, we'll make the turn.
So 1523, areas of moderate to heavy precip starting 12 o'clock and 30 miles, stretching along your route of flight for about 40 miles, advising you to deviate.
We'll keep an eye on it and we'd let you know for 1523.
Alright, so where is this weather they're talking about?
Center Presidential 56 back with you.
Presidential 56, roger.
Oh, it's south of us. There's a little bit of weather over Raleigh right now. There's a big band of it coming down out of Georgia. But that's south, so that's not bad. But yeah, there's definitely weather down in Raleigh, so we may run into that. Alright, so we're 61 miles to the CFT VOR.
Spirit 22-9er, we are at 1,500.
Yes, we're not picking it up yet. We're still kind of low, so
or 15,000.
we may have time.
And we are going direct whisper.
Runway 229, Jack Center, roger. Just proceed direct to Savannah Airport and descend and maintain 3000.
Alright, descend and maintain 3000 and then direct Savannah Airport for Spirit 22-9er.
Spirit Wings 229, expect a visual approach runway 28.
Alright, expect the visual on 28 for Spirit 22-9er.
So the latest weather update is reporting some cumulus happening.
Now past 10,000 feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices.
Nothing really at the airport yet. Cumulus buildup southeast, southwest, and towering cumulus to the northwest. That's that little storm cell that was mentioned there. It's 10,000 feet with the lights off. It is fairly stable here, so we can turn the seatbelt signs off. I'm going to keep climbing, pushing the engines forward, get them up to that over 44.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when needed in case of unexpected turbulence.
Wings 229, expedite your descent to 3000.
Descend, maintain 3000. Sorry, our autopilot's going crazy right now.
Roger, just need you to get down so by any means necessary.
Dive.
Jacksonville Center, American 69, inbound Icons, climbing to 16,000, passing 110.
American 69, Jack Center, roger, climb 10, follow 360.
Climb maintain 360, American 69.
So interesting.
Presidential 56, it's a maintain follow 240.
Note on the guy doing the Washington Center, he says he may be streaming on YouTube, so.
Bay Transit 812, 12 o'clock, areas of weather, 12 o'clock.
It could be interesting.
30 miles, such a long route of flight. Depicts moderate to heavy precip, advising you to deviate.
Interesting they're doing weather deviations. Usually they don't do that. Glad we're heading north and not south.
Hey, Center, I'm sorry about that. Yoke, Presidential 56.
Negative. Air Transat 812, areas of weather, 12 o'clock, 25 miles, advising you to deviate.
14,000 feet. $2,500 to go.
Air Canada 1205, recycled transponder, squawk 3347.
Air Canada 1205.
Bravo 229, descend at 2000.
Send 2000 for Spirit 229er.
This Bravo 229, airport 12 o'clock and 15 miles advised of the airport inside.
We are looking for airport.
Just going to turn a little bit to the right, see if I can get a better angle on the next VOR when it pumps in.
Air 757 Alpha Foxtrot, leaving Myers Space, Miami's offline for change improved today.
Honeycomb 7 Alpha Fox, thank you, see you.
1,000 to go. Alright, we're at 17,000 feet. Cruise power setting is going to be 360 pounds per engine per hour. There's altitude capture.
Spirit 229er, we have airport in sight.
Spirit 229, cleared visual approach runway 28.
Clear visual for runway 28 for Spirit 229er.
Speed AM Center 2928, contact Washington Center 133.72.
Speed answer 2928, 133.75, fade out.
Fine up.
Alright, coming up 300 feet to go. We may be able to do the visual, we may have to do the ILS. Have to see what the weather's like by the time we get there. We're starting to get clouds down low. This could be interesting as we come in. Let's see what happens. So it's 61 miles between VORs. We're at 25. So there, we've now got the other VOR kicked in. So we will come down here, lock our heading in place. First thing we're going to do is set our power though. So engines, props are at 107. We're going to bring the engines down to 360 pounds per hour.
Spur 229, wind 1906, runway 28, clear on.
There we go.
Runway 28, clear land for Spirit 229er.
So we're going to go into heading mode. We'll pop down. We'll switch over to 114.55, which is the next VOR. 114.55.
In a few moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small
tune
charge.
in.
Please note we only accept credit cards.
For that one and into nav mode. We'll set up the next VORs. Alright, so 111.8 is going to be the next one. So 111.8, which is what we have over here. And then the Raleigh-Durham VOR 117.2. And that is now in over there.
15,560.
Alright, so we got a good ground speed 241
Victor
knots.
12 71 Jackson
And
Center,
we're
Roger,
getting a
Honeycomb
push.
flight level 390.
36 miles out from
Center
the
maintain
VOR.
flight level 290 with 1.
Presidential 56, descend maintain flight level 210.
So we will cross.
Is that for?
Presidential 56, descend maintain flight
We
level 210.
should get turned over to Washington Center sometime after we pass the next VOR. I'm thinking.
Delta 1523, descend via the Stock Car 4, Stock Car 3 Rebel, Charlotte landing north. Charlotte altimeter is 29090.
We'll descend via the Stock Car 3 arrival, Delta 1523.
Jack Center, hello, Delta 2319, 14000 for 16,000 Air icons.
Delta 2319, Jackson, Roger, Clemington flight level 220.
Clemington 220 for Delta 2319.
Can't quite see the coast. 30 miles to go.
Good afternoon, Jacksonville Center, Delta 6432, flight level 330.
Delta 6432, Jacksonville Center, Roger, hello. Delta 6432, in about 30 miles, areas of moderate to heavy precip, such a long route of flight for about 50 miles. Advise the needs to deviate.
So cruise power is set. Cabin pressurization control is checked. Volts and load are good on the DC side. Auxiliary fuel pumps are confirmed off, and fuel transfer is not required. Plenty of fuel, short time to go.
Alright, taxi to terminal via Echo Alpha for 229.
American 1830, contact Jacksonville approach 133.3.
123.3, Jacksonville approach, yeah.
Calls for American 1830 only, contact Jacksonville Center 133.3.
Approach on 33.3 for American 1830.
So, Washington Center is dialed
Presidential
up.
56, contact Washington Center 133.72, good day.
3372, have a good day.
Once we switch over on that one, we'll be going, I'll set up for Raleigh approach, 124950. And we'll get that one dialed in. And speaking of which, how busy is Raleigh? 7 arrivals, including ourselves, 4 departures. And as mentioned, we have DC Center up, approach is up, tower is up. Tower's been online for 5 hours, so is approach has been on for 2.5, and Washington Center for 1 hour and 20. So not too bad. They came online while we were prepping for the flight. So looks like a beautiful day out. Hot May, late May days down here in South Carolina. 9 miles to go. Switch over to heading mode. Still not picking up the next.
Canada 1205, leaving Mars space to north. Details offline, future approved, good flight.
There are 111A.
All right, over to Unicom. Have a good one.
So we're going to head out.
Air Canada 1205.
On heading out 53 degrees. That should take us out to the Sand Hills VOR. So as mentioned, once we pass over, we should be picking up the Washington Center once he kicks us loose. It's only about 15 miles to the boundary of the zones. Just keeping an eye on the radial. There's us overhead.
Rick 69, I have a slight amendment to your routing advisory to copy.
Turn roughly on the heading. We'll wait for it to come in the other side. There she goes. There she coming in.
American 69, Jack Center.
American 69, go say again.
Yeah, I have a slight amendment to your routing advisory to copy.
Ready to copy.
American 69, you're now clear to Orlando Airport via direct Leopard in the Seinfeld 3 Rebel.
Direct Leopard, clear to the Orlando arrival of direct Leopard via this, was that the Snuffield 3 arrival? American 69?
American 69, affirmative, it's the Seinfeld 3. They are landing to the north now.
Roger, landing to the north, Snuffield 3 arrival, American 69.
And into nav mode, we'll pick up the radio
Allegheny
now.
32, contact Washington Center 133.72, good flight.
3375 for Allegheny 32, good day. Alright, so
Atlantic City, then as filed, you can maintain 4,000, expect flight level 2110 minutes after departure to this frequency, squawk 6553.
950, that's approach. And we are now on 11375. Washington Center, Allegheny 32 with you, approximately 4 miles northeast of the Chesterfield VOR, 17,000 feet.
Alpha Lima 036, your radar contact. Or disregard, welcome. Triple 633 Washington Center Road. November 234, read back correct. Call. Read back correct, hold for release, advise number 1 short of the active, ready to go. PDC fund.
Not sure if there's people talking there in the gap or not, and I'm just not picking it up. We are picking up the next VOR, 40 miles out.
Southwest 768, climb and maintain flight level 320.
Washington Center, Allegheny 32 with you, 10 miles northeast of the CTF VOR, 17,000 feet.
I'm sorry, who's the aircraft calling?
Allegheny 32.
Allegheny 32, Washington Center, welcome.
Alright, so it was a Chesterfield.
Triple 505, you'll leave my airspace to the south, Jacksonville.
Right, so let's get switched over onto the VOR. So heading mode over, we'll go to the next VOR. We'll dial in the radial we're on. There we go. Back in the nav mode.
Southwest 3176, you're leaving my airspace to the south. As well, Jacksonville closing radar search terminated. Change to advisory frequencies approved.
So after 118, it's 1172. Switch you over on that one. Oh, we're picking up that one already. We're 98 miles out. So that is done. We are on nav mode. We are all set there, currently tracking inbound to the next VOR.
Presidential 56, contact Raleigh approach on 124.950.
Now, I did see that we lost our overhead display, so we're going to fire that back up again. It just happened to close on us. Alright, so enter the information back in, and
Southwest 2319, you're on the ground, correct?
There we go.
Which airport?
Alright, so
United 2319, Roger, what altitude would you like?
pull up the ATIS. There's no information at Raleigh-Durham on the ATIS about what runways they are landing on, but the winds are minimal by the looks of it. Yeah, winds are non-existent, so they're not given any runway information. So we expect 2,000 feet.
Blue Streak 5140, welcome to Washington. You can text the ramp by November. Have a good day.
The airport elevation, so about 2,500 feet. We'll call it 3,000, so we're going to want to descend 14,000 feet. That is about 70 miles. Well, if we go by the calculator here, it's 14, that's 14 times 3, 42, 52, roughly 52 miles, 55 miles out. So we're getting close to our descent point. It'll be just after the next VOR.
Washington Center, November 452, Delta Alpha, flight level 3.
So, 124950
Delta Alpha, Washington Center,
is set. That's Raleigh-Durham approach.
Tied in, November 452, Delta Alpha.
And we'll aim for that 180 speed and 1,000 feet per minute.
Giant 62 to 83, push and
we'll
start
have to play it by ear at that
taxi.
point.
Would you like runway 10 for departure?
Trying to see which runway
Alright, you can expect runway 10 for departure.
So we have options at Raleigh.
Thanks.
We can do 5 right, visual on 5 right. That would almost be a direct in.
November 234, release for departure, clinch void, if not, 10 minutes,
or 5 left
minutes, report this frequency of intentions, time now 2025, Zulu, frequency change approved.
We'll see what happens. So since we're doing the visual, I'm going to set my
contact 13 miles
minimums at 350
of
feet.
RML, flight level 380, welcome.
And the VOR is located pretty much right at the airport, so that'll be an accurate distance to the ILSs or to the runways. So, if possible, vectors to the visual 5 right approach. We'll see what happens.
It is a 2928.
2928, go ahead.
Yeah, reaching to office and would like to request any star for Kia.
Roger, sorry about that. I forgot where you were going. Speed Hamster 2928, descend about a Cavalier 5 arrival. You can expect the visual approach runway 1 right, the Richmond altimeter 2982.
So we're 11 miles out from the
So also 2928, expect cover 5, expect visual runway 01 right, and sorry, what was the QNH?
And we are
the Richmond altimeter 2982.
Inbound.
And would you actually like the ILS runway 1 right or 1 center approach?
ILS for the Raleigh-Durham VOR.
So also 2928, QNH 2985, and yes, we'd prefer the ILS.
Which runway?
Over to heading mode.
01 right is fine.
Roger, you can expect it.
We're going to switch over now.
Okay.
117.2. And we'll just get ready to intercept and head off on that one when we come in. And again, about 55 miles we're going to start down. So that's, less than 20 miles.
November 234, your radar contact, climb and maintain flight level 210.
We're just coming up on the VOR now. So we're all
Southwest 5430,
nav mode.
Southwest 5473, leaving my airspace to the north, New York's offline radar service terminated. Change to advisory frequencies for the
We're heading off to Raleigh-Durham. There's that cloud layer coming in.
JetBlue 2252, cross
so we'll get the update. We're going to reset our altimeters. That's 2985 is what it's showing. So we'll dial those in on all three. 2985. And we are about 10 miles from descent.
Okay, 32, descend and maintain 12,000, the Raleigh altimeter. The Raleigh altimeter 2985.
Roger, descending to 12,000 and the altimeter 2985, Allegheny 32. Alright, now we go. Other way.
And Allegheny 32, contact Raleigh approach on 124.9 or 5.
24.9 or 5 for Allegheny 32, g'day. Vertical speed.
JetBlue 2252, contact Boston Center 134.
Power back.
239, turn left direct
Frequencies are over 127.
Direct Eager, Southwest 5239.
450 will be the next one. There we
Residential 56, contact Raleigh Tower 127.45.
Power back.
2745, thanks.
That descent down to 1,000 feet. I think I want to maintain that 180 on the speed. There we go, something like that. Raleigh-Durham approach, Allegheny 32 is 55 miles to the southwest, descending through 16,300 inbound for Raleigh.
Say the call sign one more time, last aircraft.
Allegheny 32.
Allegheny 32, Raleigh approach, Raleigh altimeter 2985. Turn left heading, or flight heading 050, descend and maintain 7,000.
Heading 050 and descending, sorry, can you give me that again?
Allegheny 32, flight heading 050, descend and maintain 7,000.
050 descending to 7,000 for Allegheny 32. All right.
Southwest 5239, contact Washington Center.
I got it mixed up in my head there for a second.
3372 Southwest.
I had 070 descend to 5,000, but it didn't.
Allegheny 32, you can expect the ILS runway 23 right approach.
Roger, expecting ILS 23 right for Allegheny 32. All right, so we can set up the ILS frequencies now, since we have that information. So he's giving us, coming in, it'll be a Cat 1 normal, so it's going to be a 200-foot minimums. The ILS frequency is 1117, so we'll get that dialed in. And the heading will be 234 degrees, which we will dial in now, since he's giving us vectors. There we go, 234. You can see we're coming in almost on the reciprocal of the runway at the moment. And there's that cloud buildup coming in. Outside temperatures just below freezing. We got the de-ice off. I think we'll leave it. It's not a thick layer by the looks of it. All right, we're looking good. Should take us around the field, probably bring us in from the west. That's what he's done with the aircraft ahead of us that flew out of Orlando. Into the clouds we go. There we are, just popping out of this thing here. So I was reporting there's some buildup in the area, and it was showing rain on the live weather, but I'm not seeing it in the MEDAR. That may change, but we will see. So the clouds don't seem to be too bad. So if we do a missed approach, they want us to climb straight out on VOR 356. On the Raleigh VOR. So I'm just going to put that in there. There's 356 on the Raleigh VOR, and then it says go to a hold point, but we'll just get vectors. There's 12,000. We'll pull the engines back a little bit, keep that 180. getting close. I'm going to give us a little bit steeper down angle. Get those engines right back into idle. It's 1,000 feet to go. Let them know in the back. We'll get the seatbelt signs on. If we do it, Mr. Pro, I know it's. I'm like reading it. Oh, track out on this radio with VOR. Yeah, I can do that. And then it says fly to this waypoint. That I can't do. All right, 10,000 feet coming up. We'll get the landing lights on. We're gonna keep about a 1,300 foot per minute descent where engines are in idle. There's a bit heavier clouds over there to the west. Probably got some rain coming out of that. Oh, a little bit of dark over there. Definitely that looks like we could have some rain down there. Here's the town coming up. Once again, this is our third last state we're visiting. We're flying into North Carolina.
Final descent into North Carolina. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the
I think he knows. He's bringing me in on vectors, so.
Either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
Allegheny 32, turn left heading 040.
Turn left 040, Allegheny 32. It's right about there. This should bring us past the airport. The airport should be over there. 9,000 feet. We're coming down to 7. Altitude select. We're not doing too bad. We'll bring our self back up to about 1,000 foot per minute. Yeah, we're going down to just about 2,500, so we got 6,000 feet to go, so we're not bad for our altitude at the moment. Oh, there's the airport there. Can make out the runways. He's got us on 23 right, so we're going to be going around and coming back in and landing on 23 right, which is the longer one, which is good. And then we will taxi to Terminal 2, and we'll be parking up there somewhere. We are in with tower frequency 11745. Tower is still up. Alright, engines are right back in idle. So the runway we're landing on is right there. Terminal's on this side. Another runway's there. It's about 2/3 of the size of that one, or the length, and there's a second smaller terminal beside it. I have flown into Raleigh-Durham. Flew in there in Air Canada. What would it have been, a CRJ 200, I think. That would have been back in the 90s, quite a while ago. Darker cloud there, a lot of moisture in that. Speed's coming back. There's 7,000 feet. Bring the engines up. Try to maintain about 150 to 160.
Allegheny 32, can you increase your speed to 210 knots?
Negative. Best I could probably do is about 180.
Roger.
These old things aren't that fast.
Yeah, that's okay, no worries.
back up to 180 again. There we go. Yeah, we're pushing pretty close to the pegs here. I don't want to get going too fast, because if we do that as well, then we end up having to fight to slow her down. Miles away from the airport. Yeah, exactly right. It's not moving. Managed to get up to 189. There she is. There's the shorter runway, then you get the big long one here. That's wrong. There's the guy that just landed. Make him out right there. So this is the spread out Raleigh and Durham, two different places.
Allegheny 32, turn left heading 030, descend and maintain 3000.
Left turn 030 and descend and maintain 3000, Allegheny 32. Alright. 3000 we go. Ding in the back, so they get ready. Keep it above 1,500 feet per minute descent. This is where I'm using the indicated airspeed for descent mode. I'm just keeping it at that 185, and then using the power to maintain my angle of about 1,300 feet per minute. And the lush green foliage with the odd sprinkling of color is provided by Rex AccuSeasons Advanced. It's really, really cool. Now in Georgia we had those magnolia plants, and there were splashes of color everywhere. Alright, 6 miles out. $2,000 feet to go. Miles, 1,500 feet. $1,000 to go. Altitude select.
Allegheny 32, turn right heading 140.
Right turn 140, Allegheny 32. There's 3,000 feet. Starting to level. Keep that speed up in that. Range there, that 170, 180 range. All right. So initial check, cabin pressurization is checked. Engine bleeds are low. Auxiliary fuel pumps 1 through 4 are coming on. Passenger signs are on. Ding the cabin one last time. Taxi light is on. Landing lights are on. Altimeters are set to 985. Engine intake deflectors are closed. As soon as we get our last turn, we will.
Allegheny 32, 5 miles from Preston, turn right heading 200. Maintain 3,000 hilltops from the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 23 right approach.
Roger, right turn 220, maintaining 3,000, cleared for the localizer, 23 right approach for Allegheny 32. There we go, localizer's alive. Capture. Not getting the glide slope though. It's interesting. We're 10 miles out.
Allegheny 32, contact Raleigh-Durham Tower 127.45.
12745 for Allegheny 32. Good day.
Good night.
I am not on the correct thing. There we go. Ah, that was awkward. Allegheny Tower, or Raleigh-Durham Tower, Allegheny 32, established or inbound for the localizer, runway 23 right, 7.5 miles. Just have to make a slight adjustment for overshooting the line.
Allegheny 32, Raleigh Tower, wind variable at 3, runway 23 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, 23 right, Allegheny 32. All right, let's start getting that speed back. Dumping speed like crazy here. Oh, that was a horrible approach. I forgot to switch over to the localizer frequency. But it did bring us down to the glide slope, so that was good. 1,000 feet, flaps full. Gear down 3 green, cabin is notified. It's going to be interesting. It's 500 feet. I have control. Dragging it at about 100 knots.
Raleigh Tower, good evening. Delta 1242 on the ground with information Zulu, looking for IFR up to JFK.
That was a horrible approach.
Delta 1242, Raleigh Tower, I don't see a flight plan filed for you.
Delta 1242.
I was wondering why it was heading off in that other direction and I wasn't getting a glide slope, and then I looked at the frequencies and I realized, oops, I'm still on the VOR, not the localizer. That's fine. We recovered. Just minimal screaming from the back. Welcome to Raleigh. And a little bit of a run here. All right, let's take the next one. There's the terminal.
Delta 1242, Central PDC.
Welcome to North Carolina. The local time is 4:52
Yeah, Raleigh-Durham Tower Alligator.
84 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile device.
It's hot in here.
Allegheny 32, taxi to parking via Bravo Tango.
Stop, and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins, as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you again.
Who's it? Allegheny 32, can you give me those taxi directions again? It didn't line up with my chart here.
Allegheny 32, taxi to parking via Bravo Tango.
Roger, Bravo Tango to parking for Allegheny 32. Alright, we are here. First thing I'm going to do is, let's go through our checks. Landing lights off, control locks on, make sure we are in flight idle, condition levers for these guys go to feather, anti-collision light to white, or to red, strobes are off. We're all good there. Intake deflectors, heat, pedostatics coming off, and flight taxi, switch to taxi, yaw damper off, and everything else is good. Alright, so we're going to see if we can get, see how they line up. How are you labeled? You're not labeled the same way as I've got them, so we're going to ignore that. But we are going to go in here. Watch out for Sky Chef. And we'll go in here. Flaps up.
Aircraft on frequency, Raleigh Tower will be closing in 5 minutes.
There we go. Welcome to North Carolina. So brakes are on, taxi light will come off. Power levers are back to feather. Our engines are in flight idle. There we go. 2 and 3 can come off. Turn off the DMEs. This 1 and 4 can come off. Right, so fuel pumps will go off. They'll come off. That's good. These guys will come off. These guys will come off. DC power will come on. And we are all good. That will come off. And we'll open the door.
The boarding requested.
And we'll get the boarding. There we go. Welcome to Raleigh-Durham. All right, we're back on Monday. We'll be doing the next, the penultimate leg, and we'll get that one underway. We'll be flying from here. I believe we're going to Virginia, and then after Virginia, it is West Virginia where we will wrap up the series, and we will be done. So I hope you can join us then. Thanks for coming along, Kevin. Have a great day. Everybody else, see you on the next one.
Passengers aboard.
Bye for now.
Delta 1240.